So yeah, haven't played this game in a long time. And if you're still watching, I am going to take my time. I think the original me, the old me, the young me, I guess you could say, the Final Fantasy XI me. I didn't take the part of me. I looked at the game for what it possibly could have been for me, what it could have been, what I could have taken from it. But I still wanted Final Fantasy XI, and I already accepted that Final Fantasy XI, an updated version, was not going to happen. I accepted that. That's okay. And I was in the beta forums. I was a part of all the discussions, the arguments, and whatnot. But really though, I think a lot of people that argued against us Final Fantasy XI players, they really misunderstood the fact that, I mean, the game is okay. We accept the game. It's just that all the elements that were familiar to us for years were pretty much taken away. So, and some of the things that we asked for, we felt that could have been put in, like open world experience points parties or whatever, which we were doing during beta. That was small groups of us that were like go around and kill things in groups in the open world. It didn't really work out that well because it's just the level, and then things become trash so fast. But I think on the inside, for me, I knew I could play this game. It's Final Fantasy. I've played World of Warcraft. I've tried to play that game. I played a little bit of it because I was from Final Fantasy, and World of Warcraft came out after, and it was just a totally different game. And I don't like the art direction of World of Warcraft. I don't like the character design. But I always knew that I could play this game as a single player or as a Final Fantasy type game, with the story and doing quests and just seeing the world and taking in the sights. I always knew I could play the game like that and just enjoy the game for the story, the design, and things such as that Square Enix does so well. So it's like I still get the quality of Square Enix. I just don't get the multiplayer, the full multiplayer aspect of it, because to me and many other Final Fantasy fans, the biggest part of that game was leveling up. And I know that's the problem that was the problem within the MMO community. I like how it changed to daytime and you see the light comes. Beautiful game. Oh, look at this little, that shit ain't cute. Anyway, yeah, so I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, that was a big part of playing the game, leveling up. I mean, we enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, finding parties, meeting people in parties, and hanging out in parties, going different places on maps. Like even later in the game, its lifespan, there were like new camps that we would find that people wouldn't level up. Usually, I think mostly because we had merits and stuff like that, but and it made a lot of things easier, but I don't know. So I never really, I mean, I don't know, I'm not gonna say I was really angry or as a nerdy fan, but I mean, this game is still around, it's doing good. Many Americans like it. Greetings, adventurer. I see you are faithfully following Mother Miyune's instructions. Greetings, adventurer. That's how she sounds. Oh, she looks Japanese, doesn't she? Allow me to offer you a bit of instruction myself. I am Anicia of the Wood Whalers, and I know a thing or two about the Aetherite. Yes, that big crystal right there. I keep trying to say Aether, but I'm just gonna say Aetherite. Aetherites are devices that tap into the ethereal ethereal etherite. Yeah, ethereal energies, and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Yeah, I shouldn't have to read this. Return to the teleporter, the most common transport spells, and as the devices are found almost every core of Isaiah. Yeah, this is pretty. This isn't like questy and story. I kind of only want to read quest and story. I want to be, even though I know this game has a lot of fetch quests. I kind of want to. Which what I like about it though is when you do the fetch quest, the way I'm gonna do it at least is that it goes by different zones. It's like you go to one part of in the world outside of one part of Gridania, you're doing quests that these people are involved in their little area of the zone. So that's fine to me. And then you have your job quests and the story quests. So I know I got a lot of story ahead of me. So, and I'll probably streamline it a lot since I know how to get the levels and I know where to go to level and stuff like that. So it's not gonna take me long to level. I won't be like max level by the time Heaven's Sword come out, but it won't be like, it won't take forever for me to level. But maybe when I get to like 30, I don't know. We'll see how that goes, because I haven't really been that far. And during beta, the cap was 30, so. Newly come to Gridania, are you in search of fame and fortune, perhaps? If you have confidence in your abilities, I urge you to speak with, now that name there, Chantelou. I took French in high school. That sounds a little bit French. Chantelou. I'll just say it like that. Of the God's Quiver. You can find them standing vigil before the Archer's Guild. The creatures of the Tollswood have been behaving most unnaturally of late, and it has fallen to the God's Quiver to pacify them. Alas, they are sorely undermanned. For this reason, they seek able adventurers to supplement their ranks. I am certain that your offer of aid will be well received. Isn't there a quest up there? Oh no, there's a. So yeah, it shouldn't take me that long to get a lot of to get my experience. I am gonna craft. I don't know. I really don't know how much of this game I should play off camera and how much I wanted to play everything on camera. I used to watch this other guy's MMO channel, and he crafted, but I don't think he got deep into crafting, because he didn't seem like the player to get deep into anything. He just like, he wanted to run around, which is fine. That was his play style. That was him. I talked to him, I was telling him how we had some differences, but that was like, that was pretty much a while back. But he was a cool guy, and I watched his channel. I subbed to his channel. I like watching him. He played WoW. It was fun to watch WoW being played because I never really played WoW. He played a lot of MMOs. He plays a lot of MMOs. I forgot his name. Sambones is his name. So yeah, Sambones. And he didn't really get deep into anything, but he has a lot of videos. Maybe he got deeper. I saw him crafting, and he just crafted a little while and just went on. But I actually want to level my craft. Bernadette sent you to me. Well, inexperienced or not, if you wish to prove your worth to the people of Gridania, you were right to come. You do wish to prove yourself, do you not? So, this is cool. I'd never seen this in where'd she go? Oh. I don't remember seeing this in the early part of the game, the first person view. It must have been. I guess I never really used it, because isn't that something like you have to build like early on? Yeah, I call her me boss. Hail, adventurer. Might you have a moment? I am in need of a trustworthy soul to deliver a missive to Parnell. You could find her in the shaded bower in the midst of the markets. Hmm? Why would I not simply go and speak with her myself? Well, as I'm sure you have observed, Gridanians have a tendency to be rather, I mean, in person they can be, well, a little on the prickly side. The matter is not urgent. Simply hand over the missile the next time you find yourself in the markets. Please, as a favor from one adventurer to another. Me boss. That's the last question she gives as far as I know. So what was I saying about Final Fantasy XI? Or I guess I wasn't really saying anything. Is that I missed the leveling. And the new game is not the same. So I guess I'm just gonna accept. I like this game. What I'm gonna do with this game is just take my time. I want to read. I want to be a part of the world, and I'm not gonna join any guilds yet. Not right now. I mean, I shouldn't be looking to join a guild right now because I just started. I'm gonna do job quests, and I'm gonna get up to level 30. They have systems built in that will allow me to do dungeons, so yeah, I'm gonna take advantage of the game as much as I can and just do quests. I'm actually gonna take my time. I'm not even gonna play this like I would play a regular MMO. I'm gonna play it, you know. I'm just gonna do quest after quest, and you know, enjoy it. I keep saying and you know, but and you know. Greetings, friend. You have found your way to the Archers Guild. Do you seek to uncover the secrets of our art? Yeah, I want to read all the lore too. I want to get into the lore. Now that I think on it, you have the look of one who has received Mother Muna's gentle instruction. Very well. I shall give you a brief introduction to archery and the Archers Guild. The skills practiced by archers allow them to gauge an enemy's weakness from afar and turn the tide of a battle with a single, well-placed arrow. Should you join us, you will be taught to do the same. Archery is practiced in Gridania. As practice in Gridania was one of two distinct styles of bowmanship. The first was devised by the longbow sentries of the Elysian, who once ruled the lowlands, while the second belonged to the shorebow hunters of the formerly nomadic Mikot. As you will doubtless be aware, both races ultimately came to call the Twelves Wood home. I guess because all of them running around or standing around? Maybe. Though the two people began as rivals peoples, they gradually learned to live together in harmony. During this time, they learned from one another. Their two schools of archery intermingling to give birth to the art as it is known today. For a time, the bow was used primarily for hunting, but as the hunters vied with one another to prove who was the better shot, there emerged a group of archers whose ultimate goal lay not in the practical pursuit of prey, but in perfection. Thus was the Archers Guild born from the ranks of the Trappers League. It is the way of the guild to promote greatness in archery through friendly competition, and the results of our methods can be seen in the vaunted archers of the gods' quiver, many of whom spent their formative years losing arrows at the guild's practice butts. I hope this gives you a better idea of who we are and what we do here. Oh, did I see the spark of ambition flare within your eyes? If you wish to draw a stream with the finest archers in Eorzea, look no further than the Archers Guild. I wonder if I'll ever be able to pronounce that name right the first time. Before you can enlist, however, you must gain the approval of the guild master. Once you are ready to proceed, speak with me again and we can begin seeing about your enrollment. Let's go ahead and talk to her again. So, are you resolved to join the Archers Guild? Hi. The look in your eye bespeaks your determination. It will be my pleasure to refer you to Guildmaster Lucien. Lucien. Lucien? Lucien. 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 I've said it like 8 times. Lest you worry unduly, Lucien is an affable and kind-hearted woman. Even those not of the guild have been known to seek her counsel on various matters, and ever have they been given fair hearing. I wonder if Peter Jackson has heard this music. Lucien awaits you. Lucien awaits you in the training area yonder. Present yourself before her and impress upon her your desire to join the guild. Lucien. I'm not gonna go talk to her yet. There she goes right in there. Yeah, I'm not gonna talk to her yet. So I could probably grab this quest from Shanlu. Ordinarily, the forest fungars that inhabit the central shroud are not more than a nuisance. However, we have received reports that vast clouds of the creature's spores have rendered parts of the 12's wood impassable, and ruined crops besides. We periodically call the fungar population in order to prevent such occurrences, but the creatures have taken to spawning out of season, making it even more difficult to keep their numbers in check. Though this is indeed a troubling development, the God's Quiver has more passing concerns. It can ill afford to waste time fighting fungars. So we'll send you to do it. If you wish to prove yourself, go to the Central Shroud and exterminate 6 of the pests. Use caution and approach them one at a time, lest your adventuring career be cut disappointingly short. You know what? Oh yeah, also, since this is like continuous reading, if my acting voice goes out and you just get my my nerdy try to pronounce everything correctly voice, it's because I've been reading a lot, and sometimes it'll go out and in. Sometimes I'll feel like doing a character, and sometimes I won't. But I mean, I don't really care. I know I'm gonna watch this myself, and I think it'll be fun to see how I do the fights and everything like that. Lucien. I don't know what to call her. Lucien. Lucien. It seems like there's so many possibilities. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to join our ranks. I am Lucien, the master of the Archers Guild, and I bid you welcome. Our doors are open to all who have the will to learn. I don't think she sounds like this though. Allow me to explain the basis of our art and offer you a foretaste of that which we teach the members of our guild. The bow's greatest advantage is its range. Unlike those arms used in the other disciplines of war, it allows one to strike at the enemy from afar. Though the bow may not boast the destructive force of a sword or spear, its myriad strategic applications more than compensate for this shortcoming. Gosh. An experienced archer can immobilize an enemy by striking a leg or sap its strength with the poisoned arrow. Rise to become a virtuoso of archery, and a veritable deluge of death will be yours to rain down upon your foes. By fighting from a distance, we can better assess the battlefield and thereby determine the most advantageous course of action. This is of paramount import, as our role in battle is to exploit the enemy's weakness. With the requisite placement and timing, but a single arrow may serve to turn the tide. To this end, the guild seeks to instill a discerning eye within its members, that they may learn to strike at vulnerabilities swiftly and surely. Now, any half-wit can bend the bow, but it is no simple undertaking to becoming a skilled archer. You must be prepared for a long and arduous journey. Are you resolved to complete that journey? Hi. Very well. Now, before proceeding any further, I must needs gauge your innate aptitude for archery. I must needs. To this end, I hereby assign you the following trial. Slay the squirrels, ladybugs, and fungars that roam just beyond the city gates. 3 of each to suffice. In so doing, you will prove your fitness to join the Archers Guild. Report back to me when the task is accomplished, and I doubt that it will trouble you unduly. I know in the 3 different cities, I think they have different accents, so that'll be interesting as well. Leia Aliapo, Silvaire. Oh man, that's just not something you want to pronounce while reading, especially after you. Her name is sort of easy. Mibas. Fmibas. Mibas. Can you talk to this Elvin? So, I was watching you looking at that bow, and I was wondering if I can get that number. All right, if I can get that either right. Yeah, I just want to soak in the world. Not gonna rush it. I remember the first few times. Of course, I did this all pretty fast. You know, I read. I'm a reader, so I read everything the first time. I did it like 3 times. Probably more than that because we had to restart characters on the beta, so yeah. But I am a reader. I read everything, even if I'm not reading while recording. So I had no problem with the fetch quest. To be honest, I had no problem with the fetch quest in World of Warcraft. I mean, we had quests like that in Final Fantasy XI. We had like epic quests that we had to read. So that was pretty fun. So I don't mind reading